Hello everyone, today I would like to show you how to change the fan in a Wacom Companion tablet. My fan has a little bit of problem that it doesn't turn good anymore, so I did order a new fan. You can see it here in case I can open up the package. That's the new fan that I did order. I'm showing you now the original part inside, so you can go and buy your new fan yourself. There are various sellers outside, resellers outside, and you can just go and buy your fan. There are also some listed on eBay. You will always find this part. Now, in order to change it, we of course have to open up the tablet, but first I want to show you how actually it sounds. Maybe you can hear it. I'm trying to get it close to the microphone. That's the sound the fan makes right now. And once it starts to get a little bit warmer inside, once the CPU is getting hot, of course the fan has to turn fast, and then it will start to sometimes even freeze or turn black altogether. So yeah, I really had to change that fan. Turning it off again. So okay, first thing you have to do is you have to turn it over and remove those black parts, because underneath there are the screws that are holding the back plate. Now, of course, you always should use an ESD mat if you have one. I didn't, so I'm just doing it without one. You can see how I am opening up those black parts. You probably should not do it like that. I did damage them a little bit, so maybe you should try a different technique to get them open. In my case, when I opened it the first time, I could not really use the tablet anymore, so I didn't really care if something breaks up. Right now, or second or third time, I would now be a little more careful how to open it, because I did break off a few small pieces and they don't hold that well anymore, so yeah. Okay, so those are the black parts you have to remove. I'm making a little bit more space and getting it close so you can see it better. Underneath those black parts you have 6 screws. I'm showing them to you right now. And you have to open them up. You have to get them out, and let's do this one real quick. Number 1 is there. The second one is... Second and the third one are a little bit deeper inside the case. So you maybe have to flip it over in order to get them out. So 4 on this side and 2 on the other side. And so you have to flip them over in order to get them out. Just be careful not to lose one. Okay, once you have that done, you have to unlock the back plate from the front part. The easiest way I found out to do this is to grab some small piece of plastic or a knife even. Maybe you can also use a credit card if you have a little bit of thin credit card. And you have to put it in right between the aluminium and the black plastic part. I hope you can see it on the screen here. Then you carefully have to insert it and loosen up the front part from the back plate. I'm now showing it to you a bit more. There you can see it's already opened up, and you carefully have to move your way around normally if you have one side and at least one edge out, you can then get out the whole backplate quite easily. And here we are. It's now already removed. And that's the inside of the Wacom Companion tablet. And right now you already can see that's the new fan I have, and there is the old fan which doesn't turn good anymore. So now in order to you can see this little part there, that's where the electricity for the fan is. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit so you can see it better, hopefully. So yeah, this little piece there, that's where the electricity is coming from. It's best to get this one out first so you won't damage any of the cables. I'm using a pincer for that because it's really, I have really big fingers, so maybe you... Okay, and then I have two screws. The whole fan is secured with two screws, one on this side, one on the other side. You can see me removing them right now. Once those three pieces are gone, you can just easily lift it up and take it out like that. Now the new fan, just place it inside where you took out the old one. Then put in the screws again. Number 1. And number 2. Maybe you will see on the old fan there is a little bit of foam on the lower side. The new one doesn't have that foam. So if you want, you can add it to the fan for it to be a little bit better secured inside. I didn't do it. Maybe I'll do it later, but I didn't think it's necessary to do. The screw is actually holding it in place quite well. And now I am struggling to put in the electricity cord again because after a few seconds I noticed I want to do it the wrong way around. So better check first which way you took it out before you try to put it in a new. Okay, here we go. Sadly, I did place the camera a little bit bad for this task for you to show. But yeah, there we are. Okay, now I can see it a little bit better maybe. Just using the pincer to push it in. Yeah, now we can see it. It's secured. Now this fan has a little bit a longer cable than the old one. So I have to secure this cable so it won't go into the fan. And for that I am just going to get a piece of electricity bandage, or electricity band, don't really know the English name for it. Let me get it real quick. Of course, if you are good at electronics, you could also try to make the cable shorter. I'm not really that good at it, so I'm just using a little piece of electricity tape to secure it so it won't go into the fan. Have to cut the piece off. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Simply pushing down the cables and putting the tape on top, just like that. Also take care that tape won't go into the fan, of course. But this will hold it in place. The tape won't loosen at all. You don't have to worry about that. It's secured quite good. Yeah, let's put all things back together. But first, of course, let's make a little test if it actually is working. Let me zoom out the camera again. Now I have to check on which side actually the power button is. A little bit different if you have it open and upside down. Okay, yeah, so the power button is... Okay. So the power button is on this side. Just push it a bit and there you can see it's turning. And it's silent, as the old one was before it broke. Turning without a problem. That's awesome. And let's see if the screen is working still. It is still working. Touch is working. Perfect, let's turn it off again. Before closing it all up. So take your back cover, place it onto your tablet as shown. Now you want to take good care about this little switch, which locks and unlocks the orientation, that it is on the correct position, otherwise the tablet won't turn properly anymore. So take good care of that one. And then go around and try to fasten it already as good as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect yet, because the screws will help you to fasten it properly. So yeah, now put in all of the 6 screws. Once that's done, turn it again and push around the edge. It could be that it is a little bit hard to push it in. Don't worry, you're not breaking anything at all. That tablet is actually built pretty tough, so you can use quite a bit of force in order to put it together again. It will hold. Don't worry too much about it. go around until everything is back in place. Take care when turning it onto the side that you won't accidentally turn it on. Okay, now I'm just checking if the screws are still good or if I can fasten them a little bit more. They seem to be in order, or this one. Okay. Good. Now, last part, you have to put the black parts back in place. Take your time doing it and trying to make it a little bit quicker so you can wrap this up. Take your time doing it. Take good care about those two smaller pieces that you put the piece in the right order. Okay, that looks quite good already. And here we go. Let's turn it on again. Let's see if everything is still working. Screen is working. The fan is silent as it was when it was new. You probably can't hear anything at all, which is perfect. And yeah, touch is also still working perfectly, nothing damaged. And turn it off again. And that's it. I hope you will find this tutorial, this little video a little bit helpful if you have to do this task on your own as well. If you like to give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials, if you want to see some unboxing stuff, if you want to see some vlogs. Until next time. Of course, however, hope I won't have to do it again. So yeah. See ya.